has got the facts for you. EX the storyteller, bringing the spark, no one does it better. EX, you've heard the rest, but she's the best, yeah, she's the best. Oh, from ancient tales to modern schemes, unraveling truths and chasing dreams.
Hello, Jimothy, how are you? We could talk later. Thank you for the likes. Haiti, how are you? How have you been? Hey, Big Capricorn. Nothing much. I peeked into your lives the other day. The panel was full, T. They jamming over here. They playing Bob Marley and shit. Yeah, it's been crazy. But when you say crazy, crazy how? Oh, they love you now? Well, that's what you want, right? You want the engagement. Thank you for the likes and the gifts, y'all. Let's see. Yes, my views love me, which not surprised, but it sometimes can be overwhelming. Yeah, that's true too. Hi, excuse me, how are you? That ain't me, that's Asada Shakur. She is gorgeous, right? She's very gorgeous. It wasn't on my bingo card for her to leave either. Yes, it is. Thank you, Big Capricorn. I'm trying to wait for somebody, but things went a little left, so I'm a little late. So I'm going to tell y'all the new direction for my page. So I'm doing like interview style panels. And I'm focusing on people who are putting in the work for the lineage. You're from Minneapolis, excuse me, is that what you're saying? And then I upload it to YouTube. What I'm finding, especially if they're like from New York, that people who try to defend us against erasure, especially in diverse cities, they sometimes drop the ball, right? And I think that we can defend ourselves best. So since I am a journalist, instead of sitting around just letting my degrees, hey, what did Leah do? Go to waste. I might as well put my platforms to use. So that's what I'm doing. But I am a little late. So I'm hoping that the man I wanted to interview is still coming. Oh, Laverne is from Minneapolis. Right, yeah, I gotta contact him too, but this is another man. And I don't want to give it away yet. Because I kind of want it to be a surprise, but But Laverne did say he was interested, so I just have to wait for him to give me a date. We can't let that. Did they so Laverne is going for what, mayor? So was the other guy, the Somalian, was he going for governor? Thank you, excuse me. Oh, they're both going for mayor. Can't let another Somali get in. Well, Minneapolis is, what is it, Minneapolis, Minnesota? That place is already overrun. You can't let another one of them get in office. Right. Yeah. And it's like that because of Ilyan Omar. And I think Trump is calling for her deportation. But that's what they do. And another thing that I found out that they do, yeah, she does need to go. You know how we, like our elders, they used to hide from the census takers? Hi, Ken. You know how our elders used to hide from the census takers? Well, especially in New York, what they do is they encourage like the Caribbean to actually fill out the census forms. And that's how they get funding for those enclaves that they be building in other people's neighborhoods. So, but as a genealogist, I would say it's important for us to fill out the. Hi, James, how are you? It's important for us to fill out the census forms, right? Because we want our descendants to find us later on in life. But now, after I've been doing my research on the things that the Caribbean is getting compared to other things, they're doing it and they're getting partial funding, I guess, from the census takers because they realize where there's a need in the community and who's concentrated and all that other good stuff. Hey, Brooke, how are you? Yes, the side was beautiful. And so they do PSAs for the Caribbean to make sure they fill out the census forms, and it all has to be tied. It's tied into funding areas. So it's a lot of things that we have been conditioned not to do, but I'm finding that may not have necessarily been the proper thing to do. Unless something has changed from when, our elders was hiding from the census takers. I know my grandmother used to do that. So we have some decisions to make because I could say fill out the census, but at the end of the day, it's going to be on you if that's something that you want to do. Oh, you know what it is? My page is private. Because when you come off these panels, or even while you're on the panel, you'll get, hey Jasmine, you'll get like messages if people don't like what you said. Biracials be calling me the N-word. Caribbeans be threatening some type of voodoo or something, telling me things gonna get crazy. And I'm the type like, y'all gotta show me. I'm good. How are you? Yeah, yeah. And then it's really weird. Like right now, I got like 700 friend requests, follower requests, or however you say it. But these people ain't all people who agree with me. Quite a bit of them, I believe, are people who didn't like what I was saying. So why would I allow you on my page? Not like I be posting anything personal. Like I don't post my life on social media, at least not on this site. So, but it's they got like stalker type of vibes going on with them. It's really weird. And a lot of things, you walk right past them in the street, they don't be acting like that. Maybe the men, when they hanging out with their friends or something, they're a little loud and stuff. But in real life, yeah, it's stalker energy. It's crazy. Hey, Chichia. Oh, okay. Hey, Marcus. Ken.
Hey, Pumpkin. You know what? Good afternoon at this point. It's a beautiful, beautiful day on our side of the earth. That's what I was kind of trying to explain to you yesterday in the inbox. That's kind of why I dip in and out the way that I do, because the energy is such we as we know, like it's such a real thing in how we operate our day-to-day life. And just take from my observation, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody like you that's really boots on the ground. Like it's one thing to be on these apps, it's one thing to build community. It's important, and these apps are obviously a vehicle, but there are people who are actually out in the street doing the work, showing up to the meetings, advocating for the people, standing in opposition to those who are trying to steal our legacy. And those type of people, and however they're doing it, you are obviously very politically astute. But some people are building businesses, some people are buying up property, some people are trying to change their communities. It's like you can't, it's just like it's almost impossible to do both, because when I say do both, I mean allow the energy to then be siphoned from you on these apps. If does
Right.
that make sense?
Yes, perfect sense.
So that's why I'm not, and I'm not saying this like I have to defend myself, because I know I don't have to explain this to you, but I'm not flaky. I'm not in and out because I'm a flake. I'm in and out because what I'm trying to do, which is in even how I see what you do, what I'm trying to do is legacy. It's when I'm gone, there will be something left, not just for me and my lineage in terms of my family, but for my people. Something that where I can say I stood strong and I stood on business, because I feel, especially coming up out of places like New York and Chicago and DC, a lot of our freedom fighters came from these places. I mean, Shakur was born in New York City. I'm not sure
Right.
which borough she was from specifically. I don't remember, You know what I mean? But this is the spirit of the people that we come from. You know what I mean? And yes, our city has gotten co-opted. Yes, that has happened. You know what I'm saying? Because of things like Pan-Africanism and because New York is a melting pot. That's literally its brand, right? So people were able to come in, get up under us, play like they were us, infiltrate our culture, and then, sneakily be bringing over thousands of their people, got their numbers up, and now, oh no, we run New York, and New York is what did they say? A 15th parish of Haiti and all this Jamaica, sorry. So I'm rambling, but my point is that talking about people stalking and energy siphoning and energy draining and being vampires, we absolutely have to protect ourselves. So that's kind of why I moved the way that I moved. And if I'm blessed enough to build relationships, real tangible relationships with people that can go beyond this, that's amazing. But again, I see you as somebody with boots on the ground. I don't want to just be up here just to be talking. I have something going on my page right now. Like all the energy people are pushing around, they need to push themselves in the direction of going onto my page, pulling an email that I put together, pulling those email addresses and sending stuff to the consulate on behalf of this young woman, this young Black American woman who fought for her life in Tunisia when she was kidnapped. You understand what I'm saying? Kidnapped. And she fought because she has a 6-month-old beautiful baby girl at home that she wanted to get back home to. And she got back home to her baby. But now we've got to get behind her.
So is the link in your bio on your page?
So basically what I did is I put together the email. They can screenshot, it's a video on my page. They can screenshot the video. If they have an iPhone, you can literally copy and paste the whole body of the email, copy and paste the email addresses, and just change your name and send the email. It's going out to the U.S. consulate. It's going out to the Tunisia consulate. And then there's another one that goes to a human rights organization. It's another email address for the human rights organization. I'm trying to go to the embassy this week. I'm not asking people to do that, but I'm just saying, like, again, people like yourself and myself who are about action, we've got to push our energy in a direction that's actually doing something and not just up here being drama filled. And I'm not speaking about anything specifically. I'm just saying I see it. And I just want to know, for the people that are putting so much energy into the drama, are you actually doing anything to change the condition of our people besides just having these daily conversations? And I land my plane.
Thank you, Soulaani. Thank you so much, Ken. So the end goal, I'm gonna just ask this question and then introduce Midnight. So the end goal is did she make it home?
She is home. She is home. She is reunite with her family. The end goal is either to get that hotel that is clearly trafficking women, to get it shut down, to get attention, international and domestic attention, widely brought to what happened to her, to bring awareness to Americans and specifically Black American women about traveling to places like Tunisia and Libya, where they are actively right now kidnapping and enslaving Northern Africans, selling them into sex trades, right? So, and to send the message that you shouldn't be doing it to anybody, but you are not going to do this to American citizens, Black American citizens. We are just as protected as any other American person on the soil, if that makes sense. But it takes the numbers, it takes the noise for them to actually, because other than that, the story's just going to go unchecked. She's just going to be one person who made it home and life goes on.
Right. So thank you for that. And I'm going to be sure to check your page when I get off of here. So that way I can do my part too, to help get that out there so other people could sign. Hello to the people entering the room. How are you? Midnight, are you there? How are you?
Good evening. How you guys doing?
Good evening.
It's 10:30 room. I'm out. kind of outside the country. I'm on a extended vacation right now, but I'm doing fine. Are you guys doing
That's
all
it.
right?
Yes. And I'm so happy that you decided to take my invite to interview with me. So I'm going to introduce you to the room. This is Midnight. He is a co-creator of Soulaan. Soulaan is an ethnonym, right? But you have another term for it. What is autochthonous? Is that the word, Midnight?
Uh, Autochthonous, but yeah, so autochthonous American.
Okay. So I want to ask you, as the co-creator of Solon, well, I want to tell you that it's an honor that you came to my page to interview with me, and I got to start with all the So what I am is I'm eager to explore the origins of Solon and how you and the co-creators crafted the ethnonym that resonates so deeply, especially with our, I don't know what generation to call them, but they are like the younger generation, maybe the 20s and 30s, and they're really standing on Solon business. And it was them who got me to embrace the term Solon because I do identify as a foundational Black American. He dropped. He's out of the country.
Oh,
There
can
he
you hear
goes.
me? Can
Oh,
you hear me?
that was yeah. Oh, that's you. Okay. Hi, Trish. How are you? So it was the younger generation who got me to embrace Solon because I did hear some misconceptions about it. And so what I wanted to ask you was the process that you and the co-creator took to create Solon, and what exactly does Solon mean? Because some will say that AA and Solon means African American. So I just want to know if that's true or not.
No, it's not true. I think yeah, originally it was just Soul American, then we just add the autochthonous to it. Yeah, for us, it's never been the um African American or even Afro American. Usually, yeah, majority of the time on social media, I can only speak for myself. I'd be on X, and I was there since 2020, 2000, or end of 2020, 2021. So, obviously, I always had a TikTok account, but but yeah, it's always been either Soul American or Soul Toxins American. I know some of the other people that's on TikTok or even outside of social media, they try to reframe or retwist the narrative and try to add their spin. I think there's like something out there. I think for the Wonder and Afro website, when we told her to take it down, she was like, "Oh, it's about Southern Black American or Southern African American culture, some type of weird thing." I'm like, and people try to go to that website. People mention, I'm like, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
I'm sorry, y'all. I done lost the prompt, right? But they got these cool backgrounds, and I figured the
Okay,
bookshelf
hear me now.
would be. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Um, so what I want to know is Solon, right? So we're in the thick of the delineation movement. So we're in the thick of the delineation movement, right? And so I would like to know, is Solon supporting delineation or is it more of a Pan-African type of background to Solon?
I mean, or the answer, I mean, sorry.
It's okay. Were you able to hear my question or you're
Oh no, just a narrowed down question, delineation.
right. So I'm saying with the height of the delineation movement, it has been said that Solon has some type of Pan-African um traits, right? And when I say that Solon, actual Solon, on this app helped me to understand what Solon is, the community that it is, and the things that they are trying to do as those who identify as Solon. So Kim B says undertones. So I wanted to clear up that misconception. You do support delineation, right? And Solon, when it was created, it was to make a distinction between Solon and the immigrants, or what was the mindset behind that.
Yeah, Solon is not really connected to any type of ideologies or political ideologies, just an eponym for our ethnicity. Um, Nothing more, nothing less. It's not connected to no Pan-Africanism, not connected to no pan-melanated. It's just basically eponym for our toxins and lineage connected to a land which is known as the United States. Um, also as known as a Morocco. So.
Okay. And so a comment from the chat from Trish, she identifies as Soulaan, right? And so she asks, what does it stand for? What's the purpose, foundation, etc.?
Previously answered the question. So Soul or Toxis American.
Oh, you don't identify as Soulaan? Okay.
Oh, you could simply Google Solon defined by the creators. We created a website and pretty much explains the meaning and all basically defined by us. So
Thank you for that. Trish says, I do understand as far as I can. Okay, I got it. Odotonus
toxins.
Moroccan.
Yep.
Out of, say it again for me.
Soul Toxis American, or you could
Indigenous. Yeah.
specifically, which I back is he used Soul a Morocco American.
Okay.
Um, but I usually just not too much. I don't want to say convolute, but I say Soul Toxins American.
Thank you for that. And that equates to indigenous, right? Because I did Google it before you got here just to make sure because I remembered the word from a post that you had put on Twitter, I believe. And so I did Google it right before you came. And so what it did say was autochthonous, which equals indigenous to the place that they are at or they are found. Correct?
In ingenuity, or what was it? Yeah, it delves more into our ingenuity. Yeah, toxis means rooted from the soil. You also look up the word autochthonism. It also means a state of being aboriginal as well. So, like I said, I could leave that up to y'all interpretation or whatnot. But yeah, I believe that we are from this soil. So there's no other place that we're not from. So what would that make us?
Indigenous. Yep. I agree with you.
Precisely.
Right. So I didn't want this to be like a long interview. I just wanted to get to the crust of everything, right? So just identify as a foundational Black American, and when I'm with sitting with Solons and we're on these panels and stuff, I will identify as that too. I know what they're saying, right? And I did meet you on Leo Spell's live, and he holds Solon safe spaces. So I embrace Solon as an identifier. Wouldn't even mind if my children identified as such. So far, they're not with all the labels. They identify as Black American. But with the height of us coming to the forefront and declaring who we are, there are some celebrities who may take on these ethnonyms, right? So I do know that Ryan Coogler has stated that he has FBA heritage, and then he talked about his distant heritage. And now we do have Monaleo, who went viral for a TikTok song, and she's standing on being a sexy Soulaan, right? In it, it was some talk about the extra flags, and then she had the Black American Heritage flag. And there's some who are feeling like, dag, we can't have anything, for ourselves. Like, just our flag should have been shown during the video. So with that, we're realizing that Soulaan is under intense scrutiny, right? Especially since now it's going to be attached to the music video. I think that she did a good job. Did I appreciate the flags in there? I think I got her message. Like, we've been overshadowed by others, and she's stepping out on being Soulaan. So now it's our time, or Soulaan's time, to shine. And I think that's why she was in front of it, in front of the flag, right? So, what meaning does her representation of saying Soulaan and making the song Soulaan mean to you? And then, if you could speak for the co-creators, how valuable is that to you guys?
I mean, with me, I can only speak for myself. So for me, I just like put my stuff out. I just kind of uh stay out the way. Again, like Solon's not really attached to any type of ideology. So if someone says, "Hey, I'm Solon," this is my ideology. As long as it's not like, "Oh, Solon is this ideology."
Right. I understand that. And I want to thank you for coming by just to
Sorry,
clear that up. It's
oh,
okay.
sorry. People keep on. Someone kept on calling me. I don't know why they keep on calling me.
Right.
Um, what was it? What was it? What was it? I left the thing. I feel the same way as you do.
Hmm.
I honestly feel the same way as you do. And also, I don't know, there's another group of rappers I'm a huge fan of because I
Hmm.
also identify as Foundational Black America. I went to several Foundational Black American events. Um, where I got to meet Big Daddy Kane, meet Tariq several times, went to in the History Museum and stuff like that. Yeah, I should
Wow.
check out Shoot or Horseshoe Gang or which calling me. I don't know what you want to call me. All right, Shoe Gang run my reparations, and they're pretty much the first rappers that really came on record and talking about they foundational Black American, and
Mhm.
actually made a very phenomenal record and stand on that business as well. So I would check that out as well, and the rest of their music as well because they super lyrical. I mean, if you're a fan of that music, they also got messaging. They're brothers of King Crooked Eye, or yeah, King Crooked, aka Crooked Eye, who've been in a rap game since the '90s, and also was in a group, Slaughterhouse, with like Joe Budden, Joel Ortiz, Royce 5'9". But yeah, I would definitely check those his brothers out. True Gang. I don't know if the I don't know if I don't want to go in the tangent or anything. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So there are a few questions, but I think that high foundational American. So Trisha asked, is it an ideology or an ethnonym? And then it was, I think it was, let me see. It's Kimby. And Kimby says if it's not if it's not an ideology, because Solon is growing and it's getting more exposure, will y'all determine or are y'all working to determine an ideology behind Solon?
So I would definitely go probably Google Solon defined by its creators, and you'll find all the answers from there.
Oh,
But to narrow to but to put down the question, it's a FNM. Has nothing to do with any type of ideology. It's just another kind of word for our lineage. Do we have different mind states? Me, Maroc, and T-Roy. Do we have different mind states when it comes to Solon and what it should be about and stuff like that? Of course, I support delineation peacefully.
right.
Though we're not into the xenophobia, but we are against people who are against our ethnic pride and sovereignty, which happens to be a lot of immigrants. So when a lot of us, including we're none of us is xenophobia anyway. It's just folks projecting um, their hatred towards us. We already know this because we're the most inclusive ethnic group in history. So Um, but yeah,
Okay. So, in closing, right, I want to ask you, what do you see for the future of Solon, especially with the fight for reparations coming up? And let me ask you, because I do believe a couple of months ago I seen Solon. Are they pushing for like a Freedmen's Bureau or a lineage verification? Am I correct when I say that?
no.
No.
We
Okay.
did have we do. I did try it. That was a trust, but like I said, all three of us have a lot going on, so I'm just pushing it to the back. We're just taking our time with a lot of stuff. We also talk with some people who identify as American Freemen that have trust, and then they just designated like Solon as like a cultural identity, so as a eponym. I was like, I co-signed. I talked to some of the people in the that trust, and like I said, they're very receptive of the message. They're very receptive of the eponym as well. Um, I talked to them in spaces. I met some of them in person. Um, so yeah, like in the future, I mean, I've been talking to quite a few people. There's actual Solon student unions, especially in Ivy League colleges.
Hmm.
There's Solon student union at Harvard. There's Solon student union at UCLA. There's a Solon student union. I think Black American student union, but they call it, but and Brown University. But yeah, there's several of them, especially in Ivy leagues all over the nation. So I've been individually talking to them, getting interviews and donating whatever I can. Yeah, they're doing a very good job at those schools. Just try to stand on business and pushing the lineage forward and giving good how you call it information. They actually a lot of them actually meet up with each other. There's actually like a some kind of I forgot how you call it a collective effort of different student unions, and they do meetings and stuff like that. That's like one of the things that's going on. Um, like second things is I mean, just try to get the message out. Try to improve oneself. I think that's the first thing that we should all be doing. Burn that I'll land if anybody have any more questions.
Yes, well, Brother Marshall has joined. He did make a comment. He said, Solon considers themselves American Indian. That's crazy. So I guess he could clear up his question. Yeah, and I'll go on mute. I just wanted to know that what you saw for the future and those questions. I wanted those misconceptions cleared up, and I thank you for visiting my platform. The panel is open if you want to join, but Brother Marshall would like to talk to you for a moment, midnight. Go ahead, Marshall.
What's up? How you doing, Midnight? How's everybody? BS, thank you for having me on the panel.
You're welcome.
No, I talked a few times to I think his name is Maru. The other brother, I don't think I talked to Midnight before. Maru is the other co-creator, if I'm not mistaken, right, Midnight?
Maroc, yeah.
Oh, apologize. That's the thing. Okay, that's the one I had a few words with, and we follow each other on TikTok and everything. Um, no, so I actually wanted to ask you about the new song. What you think about the new song? And your thoughts on it, and especially like the multi flags in the background behind like the Black American heritage flags.
I kind of feel the same way as BX the gamer about it. I mean, that's a good little jam. If you listen to a lot of her words, it's very hoodoo root work coded. I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, so long again, it's not ideology and stuff like that, but I know, especially on TikTok or even me bringing it on X or Twitter or as known as Twitter, we're definitely, or I was definitely deep in the spirituality of our ethno spirituality root work. So um, very much appreciate that. As far as music, as far as a music video, I see it as she just put the her version of the Soulaan flag front and center and got all different types of flags in the back. So, um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's her art, so I
Yeah.
really respect and appreciate it.
So I noticed you told me you're on Arabian time. So you are a Solon who travels, right? Because the immigrants feel that we just don't travel and we don't have passports. So let's clear up that misconception for the people as well.
Yeah, I travel often, so I've been to several different countries. I've been to Dubai, been to Qatar, been to South Africa, been to Cameroon, been to Morocco, been to Germany. I lived there for about 2 years. Been to the Netherlands, been to Canada like several times, been to Greece, been to France, Paris, and specifically. So yeah, so I've been over. Yeah, my favorite places have like just name aforementioned. I'm in Qatar, like Doha specifically, Dubai, Rotterdam, Netherlands. I connected with some of the Muskogos down in Mexico. That was one of my favorite experiences, and the Black Nova Scotians over in Nova Scotia, Canada. So yeah, I travel very often. So
Oh, that's beautiful. So I want to ask you this question. We are boycotting. I don't know if everybody's still continuing. The fanfare seems to have, calmed down. But I've been boycotting the Africans since 2023. And also, I've been boycotting the Asians since 2016. I want to issue a reminder that if we boycott either or, will affect either or. Because who do we think supplies the Africans with their hair? And I learned that in New York because I went natural because I didn't like the things the Asians was doing to our community. This app is the only thing that I may support because it was Asian owned at one time. I think that's changing. And as I was sitting in the African hair braiding shop, feeling good because everybody was heavily melanated and I wasn't giving my money to anybody from a different, when I was operating off a race of another racial group. And then all of a sudden, about two Asians walked in with duffel bags. And they start going to the hairstylist. And guess what? The hairstylist dug in their little purse or their bra and exchanged money for bundles of hair. And I said, so my question is, after I issued that reminder, are you in support of boycotts against the melanated immigrants?
so I'm very much against when I go on a ticket. I'm very much against people who are against our any type of all of our sovereignty and our self-determination. So if you look down in the timeline and how you call it on TikTok, I was doing a 30-day thing for the Black August, where I think the first day I had like, hey, let's not interact with these quote unquote African diasporan accounts and Pan African accounts. And you can leave those words up into interpretations. I didn't specifically say uh, African people. I didn't say anybody. I said African diasporan or Pan African accounts. And then you could see the comments of like them just being mad. I'm just ignoring all of them. And hey, people started going on the block party. People was blocking all of them who was commenting on my stuff. So I think during the month of August, I even made a post about reparations. You had the white supremacists. It was even more than the Africans. They were just going in. So people started blocking all of them. So, I mean, to answer your question, yeah, I don't really try to seek too much engagement, if not at all, with people who are against our sovereignty and ethnic pride and self-determination. It just happened to be mainly those folks who wants to dehumanize, commodify, and ethnicize every facet of our identity.
Yeah, that's kind of why I asked you that question earlier because to the video. I love the words also to the video. It was actually very artsy. I love it. But my thing was the imagery and the optics, right? Because that I feel like that opens the door for others to be like, okay, yeah, I can be Soulaan now, and kind of co-op and be a part of it because that's already happening. People cosplaying as Soulaan. We had to kind of add some
I've been seeing that in like what was it early last year. So all three of us got put our heads together. Like, yeah, we got to gatekeep this because I was there was a video in particular. There was a chick who was, I think maybe she was like a third so long or something like that, and she's saying, I mean, yeah, you're a third so long, but I mean that's it. And she's saying she was saying all type of weird stuff, and they try to connect it to different ideologies that got nothing to do with the ethnos. There's no ideology towards it. So it's about a specific group of people, and then I mean it's laid out as pretty much defined by its creators. So I mean stuff is ever changing. So I mean, was it Morocco or yeah, we had a Morocco stuff like recently. I mean, stuff is forever changing. I mean, we had a So Long guy we put out last year, and we're making a deluxe version, and we're adding different stuff because we do a lot of research.
Mhm.
I've been to college. I'm close with my bachelor's. Morocco got a master's degree. T. Roy, he's on his way to his bachelor's. So I mean, we was studying, and it's not just off the just curriculum learning from college. We doing our own independent study, genealogy, talking to family and stuff like that, because we know the implications of a lot of the dumbest people we be coming across be having bachelors, masters, and PhDs, and some of the smartest people I talk to probably didn't even graduate high school. So
Yeah, because they open to learn. Usually 9 out of 10, they open to. I feel like sometimes the higher you go, the less likely you're open to learn new information because you feel like I guess you quote unquote made it already, or you quote unquote feel like you are the expert, right? And so I feel like people that don't have, I guess, the higher standard of the, I guess, or the higher education, they are more open because they understand that they don't have that, that higher education, so they're more open to learn and listen and they're able to engage more.
Correct. So, did I hear right? You said you have a so long guide? Is that like a newsletter?
no, actually, we have the Solon magazine. I think I should. Well, I don't specifically, but there's been people who made a Solon magazine. I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I even contribute. I think a couple articles to it. Maroc makes a contribute. But yeah, someone started that. And I think that's like the best thing since like sliced bread. I think it's like the new essence, like or the new jet. So many good gems, so many good articles. A lot of people contribute to it almost every day. No, but we do have a so long guy. We have a book that we created. How you call it? Was it last year? I just want to say I'm gonna put it out because was it Ados just dropped a book this year. They probably saw what we were doing. Like, oh, we gotta make a book because they don't really do shit. So and their leaders because it's an organization. They've been
Hmm.
hating on the so long effing them too. They just bitter. So I'm not talking mess about them. I was it
Yeah, I heard
we
the
all
tea
the same people
first.
at the end of the day.
So there was a question earlier, and I'm glad that you brought up the magazine. Not yeah, the magazine and also the book that you did. The question was: Is Solon trademarked?
Man, it had to be.
So can you tell
Um,
me because a lot of people get on foundational Black Americans and be like, "Well, your lineage is trademarked. You can't trademark a lineage." And
Every ethno has been trademarked. Black Americans trademarked by the Chinese people. African Americans trademarked like at least 100 times. Negroes
right.
trademarked. ADOS is well, I mean ADOS is an organization, so I mean, of course, it's gonna be trademarked. So every
Mhm.
ethno is trademarked. So I don't see what the issue is. Like Black American merch, for example, he made his Soulaan flag today. I'm like, I'm gonna buy because we have our own flag, obviously, but yeah, Black American merch. He's like, I'm gonna sell Soulaan flags now. I'm like, I'm gonna be buying that the first of the month. Like, um, so we don't have cosplayers. There's like so many people who be that have been cosplaying throughout the years. Why wouldn't it be? Why can't we gatekeep it?
I don't blame
It
you.
won't go come in the
It's a
wrong hand.
smart
It won't
move.
go in the wrong hands.
So, but even though you have it trademarked, those who identify as salon, they can actually produce merch, books. What can they produce, and what would you
They can do
prefer they
whatever they
do?
want as long as they're not misrepresent. I'm okay. Again, I'm not the gatekeep. I'm not trying to like super gatekeep stuff, but
Right.
I mean, a Chinese person not going to try to oh yeah, we're going to make this Solon book and then try to misrepresent it, saying Solon is this left wing or right wing ideology type of thing and whatnot. Yeah, then yeah, of course, as a people, all of us, all 40 billion of us, we got to do something. Or whoever identifies Soulaan got to do something about it. So that's basically it. Like I'm not trying to cause we didn't do a really good job of gatekeeping black or even black American, which I again I identify as both as well. But
No
um,
problem, Keisha. Mhm. So before we continue, Keisha would like us to know, well, she commented that Trinidad, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, etc. are trademarked. But when it comes to us, we're overanalyzed, right? Because I never knew Trinidad, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, any of that was trademarked. I did know about African American and FBA, but I understand why FBA is trademarked, which is a very smart business move. And we do understand that there are FBAs who have merch. And there hasn't been an issue. Nobody has come back and said that Tariq has sued them. And so it is a smart business move. I
and
don't
same here.
blame
I mean, there's women that have like the Solon baby tees. There's been a gentleman he has the Sola brand, and he be hyping up Solon a lot.
you.
Um, yeah, there's been plenty of businesses that's so long as you saying, oh, so long as African, that two A's mean African American. No, it's not.
I heard that. And that's one of the things. Because I heard this one lady. I forgot it was in the comments, and she was like, "Oh, that means African American. We're African," and I was a little confused because I was like, "Nah, definitely talked to my brother M, and he definitely didn't say nothing about no African with those two A's."
Right. And it was really weird because I'm not sure how familiar you are with TikTok, but you can scroll and sometimes you'll see in other lives. And as I was scrolling, they were analyzing the Soulaan flag and they were like, yeah, the AAs mean African American. And then they had some debate about how it fit them better and how they liked it better. You know, that description with African American for the AAs. And they have foreign flags in their bio. And I gotta be honest, oh wait, what happened? I really wanted to ask you to come up and speak from then, but I didn't know how to approach you until Halo, I sent you the invite again. Um, I didn't know how to approach you, and then yesterday I just got the balls. And I said, let's just clear this up right now because I did see Sister Saray's video and she was kind of despondent because the flags were in the bio. So I was like, well, let me do it and asking for an interview. And I'm so happy that you were gracious enough to kind of clear it up. If you notice what Trish said, she said that now that we have had this interview and she understands that it's an ethnonym, she's, basically going to embrace it. So she did have questions. As far as them trying to tell us that this is trademark FBA and so on, Trish says that's because too many feel we don't deserve our own, including some of us. So we have to kind of get out of that. I think that would be like low ethnic pride, right? We're so quick to say, well, because we're black, we can't have this, or because we identify as such, we'll never get that. What do you say, or what do you think? How do you think we can instill ethnic pride in us? I think Monaleo is causing a resurgence, and she's also causing new people to embrace Soulaan and wanting to question what does it mean before they embrace it. So how would you go about telling people or trying to instigate um, ethnic pride?
I mean, we gotta go back to pretty much having conversations about pretty much what we accomplish in our culture, which a lot of people, especially non-Solon people, get mad when we highlight our culture. When we say, "Hey, we created hip hop. Hey, we created some of the military cadences. Hey, we created marching bands at HBCUs. Hey, we created the trapper light." And then they get mad. We just gotta remind them. Well, not remind us that we're the shit. Remind us that we created this food. Remind us that we built this country. Remind us that we're owed uh reparative justice, aka identification. Uh saying that we the
Have,
shit.
yes, we are. Have you seen any of the reparations hearings?
I've been to plenty. I've been to
Oh,
I've been to the ones in LA, Oakland, been to both of the reparations, how you call it, functions that Tariq had in Washington, D.C. I flew all the way from Cali to Washington, D.C., both time 2022, 2024. Um, I supported the pull-ups that Secure Tribe did when they were talking about reparations. Um, let me see. I even supported ADOS at one point. Actually, I bought their book. I bought their I bought their little rinky dink book. But oh yeah, I support all facets of our people. So, and I've been to
yes.
plenty of these meetings and functions as well.
So one issue that I have with our reparations meetings is that they're open for public display. What I mean by that is I don't know when the small hats are getting reparations. I don't know when the Latinos are going to get any incentive that they asked for. I wasn't there when the Native Americans or the Asians got whatever it was that they petitioned our government for. And I was horrified when our meetings in New York, right? Because that's where I'm from, that's where I'm at now presently. And they took it off of the actual website and put it on YouTube. And my heart dropped. I feel like we're such an open book, and everybody gets to kind of say whatever they want about us, whatever they want. They can dissect us. They can, and people who have actually migrated here after our ancestors' enslavement era, and we're given handouts. You see where I'm going with this? I mean, the Irish, they're the loudest ones on these apps saying we don't deserve reparations. So when you visited any of those reparation meetings that you went to, what did you see that wasn't necessarily in alignment with protecting the sanctity of such a monumental um, um, governmental event for us, right? Reparations hearings, that's monumental. This is modern day history. What did you see
Yeah,
that?
we don't have well, I realize we've been dealing with taxation without representation. We literally have no one who will correctly represent for us in general, other than like a person like Tariq Nasheed, who will 100% back us. But he's not a politician. He's not a politician. He's not in public office. He's not like part of a huge organization that is for actual lineage-based reparations and will do right by us. But we have too many cookies in a jar. We're so fractured. Like in California, you got the freaking Moors. talking about we need silver and gold bullion, and they got the fucking Apple laptop and a Black Law dictionary and a fucking KFC bucket hat, and then you got a fucking Pan African that's wearing um flip flops and dashikis and smell like whatever come up to the thing. Then you got too many cookies in a jar instead of like, all right, here's this organization. All right, so we want $20 trillion. All right, here's this organization. Okay, we need this amount of land. Here's this reparation organization. Oh, s- um we need some of this allocated for us to have a bureau of Soulaan affairs. All right, we need this. All right, we need a toxinous zones for us to operate our businesses. Like we don't have none of that. We just have like uh, people who are distracted by either political fantasies like Marxism or communism. You got people on the far right. That are just as weird as those folks I just aforementioned people I just mentioned. Um, and then you got the Moors, and then you got the people who identify as American Indian that go way off the deep end. Um, like I said, I don't mind if you identify as American. That's one of our eponyms as well. Um, like I said again, I identify with our indigeneity. Um, then you got people in the far end. They're like, I'm standing on paperwork. Uh, black and Negro and colors on my paperwork, so that's the only thing I'm standing on. You
Hush,
take.
because I'm like that. Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't take it personal. Go ahead, Midnight.
Got them strays, huh?
My birth certificate does say black, guys. Okay. No, foundational black American to me fits all aspects of me, of African descent, my indigeneity, and them pesky Europeans. Yes, I have some of that too. But
I'm about
I
to,
get it. I get it. Go ahead,
I'm
Midnight.
about to head out, but I just want to say this one thing before I
Mhm.
go, brother Midnight, if you can, that those magazines, if you could give me some information on that, like I like to promote any and all Black American owned businesses, any and all Black American things, any positivity that we're doing within the community. On my other page called Bay Black American Establishment, where I promote is the hub for Black American owned businesses only, right? And every Tuesday I promote businesses, just so we don't have to look for it. I do the work for you, and I kind of verify to make sure these people are actually Black American also. So is I would definitely love to get any information on that, so I kind of promote that on the Bay page.
Oh yeah, so you could look up Solon Magazine. I mean, just how it's spelled on TikTok. The person's also on Twitter as well, and then the whole platform is on Medium. I have talked to actually I almost talked to Solon Magazine daily. They always update me on kind of like the new stuff, and they're pretty much my eyes and ears for me for a lot of what's going on actually. So I really appreciate that person who really runs it. So um see, yeah, they go out their way to try to we're like, hey, what about like Dwayne? What about this idea, or what about this idea, or go on TikTok real quick. So or check out X. Here's this post. Here's this article. So they try to they help us out immensely. And yeah, I talked to a person in person. I can very much verify that the Solon magazine is Solon. So
No problem, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, y'all have a good one. The BX, as always, good
all right,
panel.
you too. I'll follow you as well.
No problem. I'm about to follow you right now. Hi, y'all have a good one, all right? Peace.
I'll take it easy.
You too.
Nobody. What's up, brother Halo? What's up?
Salute, salute.
What's good? What's good?
Hey, Halo. So, Sister Halo, nobody, I'm sure you know, this is Midnight, and he's a co-creator of the ethnonym Soulaan. So
Oh,
I
okay.
invited, yeah, so I invited him over here to kind of clear up some misconceptions, especially since the video is out. and the flags was in it. Some of us feel like, dang, we can't have nothing to us up. Why those
I'm
flags in
saying,
there?
like, man.
Right.
I was gonna do a live about that today. I was gonna set the record straight.
Hmm.
Your flag is in the back, ours is in the front. That means get in the back with the white tea people.
Right. So Brother Midnight was just talking to us about how they came up with it. He was telling us that there's no ideology behind it. There's no Pan-Africanism attached to it. The AA does not mean African American. It's Soulaan is
Who
basically
said that
making it.
though? Who was saying all that?
Oh, I was scrolling in the hallway and seen somebody with foreign flags dissecting the flag and
Oh
also the
my
meaning.
God.
Right, right. I don't know why they feel so
Lord
entitled to
Jesus.
it.
Why do they want to be included in every little thing we do?
Right.
Get a life.
Yes. So with Brother Midnight coming to visit us, Trish is very happy with what she heard, and so she understands it a little more and can identify as Solon if she wishes to. Yep.
So it's Midnight,
So
right? His name Midnight.
yeah, yes, you have a
So he's
question for
the
him?
so he actually created the he helped created the term Soulaani. Soulaan, whatever. I can't even pronounce it, but
Yes,
Yeah, so
Hayes.
long, so long. Yeah, yeah. Back in
look.
2020.
So you helped created it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And you saying this has nothing to do with the diaspora?
It has nothing to do with the diaspora. It's just an acronym for our ethnic group.
Okay, well, I'm gonna throw that in their face when I go live.
Yes. Are you willing to take some questions, Midnight, or how's your time looking like?
Yeah, I got 40 more minutes. I mean, yeah, I'll be here till because I'm way across the world. I'm a traveler. Um, yeah, I got 40 more minutes. It's about to be 12 in the morning over there. So, yeah, I got a few questions.
Okay.
But
And
let me
does
explain
anybody want to come?
I can explain the Solon flag. So, reason why we chose the red, white, and blue. I know a lot of people don't really like it, and I actually try to make an alternative, but really, like I said, I really haven't
We
really
love the
promoted
red,
like
white, and
that.
blue.
Um,
We love it.
but yeah, I mean, a lot of people love it. There's some people that hate it. Like I got a homeboy, he absolutely hated it. He's like, man, after my, I'm like, but the blue comes from our ancestors harvesting the indigo. So that's where the blue come from. Black American woman stitch it. Well, she didn't guess the world. She still stitched it though. A lot of our ancestors, including myself, are vets. Even Melvin Charles, he had a shirt with the American flag and a Black American Heritage flag. He's a vet as well. So yeah, that's our shit too. So we put the little the sword and the figs on it, and I made an alternative version as well. That's has a bandana, and then I put like a remix Civil War flag, and it's a Safari, so I made it more uh eh, stuff that's indigenous to America on it. So like a sword that was made in America, and then a Safari is some kind of plant that's indigenous to or toxins, as you will, to North America as well. So I made a remix version of it, and still kind of paid homage to both the BAHF and then obviously the American flag. That's all our shit.
Okay, so would you say you the one of the founders of this? I'm just trying to get some information so when I do go live, um, I can blast them in their face with it because I do get pretty a lot of people in my live, so and then most of them will be the Africans and the Caribbeans and
Uh, just a co-creator. I'm just a co-creator
okay,
of so
co-creator.
long
Okay,
term.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that co-creator.
Or creator. We get either way. T-Roy creator, Maroc creator. I mean T-Roy. He had the Solon video pop in 2020. I was talking about Solon on Instagram and Facebook when it had the 1A. So Maroc, he was doing his thing with it in 2020. So
Well, I'm thinking.
So, one moment. I made Halo, Trish, and nobody mods just because I got to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back. So, Halo is our resident roaster. She's our queen roaster. I don't know anybody who could out roast her, except her and Extreme are extremely close in roasting skills. So, when she has her lives, midnight, if you haven't had the pleasure of sitting in Halo's live, she is roasting everybody. So if she's asking you questions that I already asked, that's for her memory bank because she's gonna, make some people feel a certain type of way. But hey, Tiani, so that's why she's asking you those questions again. You're welcome, nobody. Go ahead, nobody, because I know you have questions, and then Trish. Peace delineationist, and I'm gonna be right back. I have to go talk to my son real fast.
How's it going, ladies and gents?
Lou, delineationist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I honestly forgot my question because honestly I was overwhelmed with the fact that you were actually up here because I wanted to have this conversation. The fact that Monaleo dropped the term and like Halo said, the visual aspect of the Soulaan flag being at the front and all the other flags being at the back. And I think it's pretty significant that again, like Halo, we clarify our history because I think too many times people think that we're often lying, we're making stuff up, or we don't know our history. So I think this is just this is a major tantamount moment to a lot of the things I think we've seen in the past. So I think in the digital age, this is a historical moment of us like claiming our shit, so to speak. And I want to just salute you, brother, and thank you for your work and continued efforts on making sure that we have an established cultural identity. Thank you, brother.
No, I thank y'all. Without y'all, yeah, this stuff wouldn't we wouldn't have no student unions. We wouldn't have the song. We wouldn't have the presence. We wouldn't be having well, a lot of us wouldn't have like sovereignty about ourselves or having a self-determination. We'd be subscribed to these ideologies, and also political ideologies that really gets us nowhere in life. We would just be zombies, just going to work and being insane, which like insanity means doing stuff over and over again and expecting something to change. So nothing. It would be like I've got the words. I don't know if anyone played the game Chrono Trigger when you lose against the final boss. Whatnot, like, oh, we tried to change the future, but the future refused to be changed. Or something along the lines of like that. But yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to kind of come behind the lineationist and say thank you. I know you say, I've heard you say a few times, Google, you can Google this. I am one who would prefer to hear it from you or someone who co-created with you because anybody can throw some stuff out there on Google and it's nothing like hearing it from the person. I never had a huge issue with the term Soulaan or Soulaani. It's just I like to have all the information before I fully embody or embrace a thing. So that because especially here on TikTok, there's so many arguments and debates and this, that, and the third. Once I embrace it, I know I don't have to argue with you because you can't argue with me about who I am. It would be tantamount to me or synonymous with me saying, arguing with somebody about what my name is. You can okay, if that's how you feel and that's what your perspective or interpretation is, that's you. But you can't tell me who I am. So being able to hear it from you specifically gives it a better stamp, if you will, for myself. So thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. I stopped like early this year of like arguing about who I am as well, like arguing about our sovereignty or um or our self-determination, because these people want us to be continue to be dehumanized. They're the ones who are dehumanizing us, um, commodifying our culture and ethnicity and then ethnicizing us. So why would I try to why would I try to participate in a conversation when it's in bad faith and you want these three things to basically happen to us? That's basically what they want. That's basically what they're saying. Oh, you're African. You're justified African. You don't have an ethnicity. You're from a continent, but we can't name 54 places. We can't name this specific tribe and stuff like that. You're just a displaced Africa. You're nothing. This
Right.
is or they say this is our shit. This is our shit too. Since you're melanated. No, no, we're not. We are our own group. We're an American ethnic group. That's and we have our own accomplishments here.
Absolutely. And what's most disheartening to me is to know that a person is one of us, that argue with us or attempt to dismiss or belittle the term salon or anything that we gatekeep because you just want to share everything. And it's like, bruh, those are the people that I quickly block. I mean, when I tell you I have a block party on a daily basis, block, 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 because I'm not going to argue with stupidity, intentional stupidity. You
I'm
choosing
gonna
to do
wrap it
that.
on with it's mainly about sexual access with them. If you come across a person who has like low ethnic self-esteem, they just want to get some punani from that or male genitalia from another a group. That's why I've been seeing it'd be a lot of these passport or ex-passport bros turn different type of ideologies or they got different kind of flags in their profile and stuff like that. And I'm not talking about how you call it country flags. I'm talking about a different type of flag um with a different type of coloring and shit on it. And they got like he, they, she, it, and all this other type of stuff. I mean, that's your was it ideology or your sexual preference. I mean, go ahead, but I mean that's why I know it's just a pattern. It's just a pattern that we've been coming across. Um,
I call them bed tethers.
I've got I think someone said tether tainted Black American or something like that along the line. And for me, I don't really use the word tether because I'm trying to be more how you call it um even though I don't think it's a bad word, it's an action based word, but I'm trying to be more diplomat
But midnight. Let's be for
try
real
to be
here.
more
The word
diplomacy.
tether fits them very. Hold on, Trish. Can I say something? I'm sorry, Trish.
It's an action word. It's not a slur or anything.
Right, but listen, the word tether really fits these people well because what they're doing is tethering on to every little thing we got. So in everything we do, it's like that's what they're doing. They're tethers. They're tethering on to everything. It needs to be called out. Let's call it a spade a spade. These people are tethers. Every little thing every little move we make, they moving right behind us and then throwing shade. How you throw shade at somebody you want to copy and paste and want to be included in all the time? You want to be included in every little thing we do, but you got all this ish to say about Black Americans. Like for real, like make it make sense.
Yeah, I just use the three words. I just use dehumanization, commodification, and then ethnocide.
Well,
And
they
I
must
go
be. They
like
might
that,
be a
then
little
then
slow.
that
So
really shuts down an argument. Huh? Go ahead.
they might be a little slow. So you're gonna have to use terms that they can understand, like tether. I want you to know flat out, and I want you to know flat
Mimic,
out, bold,
mimicry.
that I feel like you're a tether.
Well, I
You're
call it.
tethering on to every little thing we do. It's like we can't move, we can't breathe. You right there with your hand out, with your foo bowl, with your whatever. I'm just tired. I'm tired of these people, bro. Like it's to the point where I don't look. Ain't no unity with you. I ain't trying to work nothing out with you. I just want you to go about your business.
Now, you might love my book. I call it Melanin Minstrel Face. Because every time I see the dancing gorilla and all these other goofies denigrating black people, it's crazy. It's just crazy how they could do this whole minstrel show face. This is foreign to me.
So I want Trish to interject here because she did want to say something.
Oh, my bad.
Oh no,
No
I
problem.
I was simply helping Midnight with what I thought he was saying. Like he was trying to be more PC, but he already stated it. Respect. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Respect, Trish. Uh,
You back, BX?
huh?
You know
I
I got a you know the Negro got a bedtime at 12 o'clock. Yo, I be out like a lamp. Yo, you guys, I like the late night spaces, but Negro be
you
out.
I share it to everybody because people get up, they go to the bathroom, and they can't go back to sleep. So I have like an immediate share list, and you're unfortunately one that's on it.
No, it's
So
all
if
love.
you, I can skip you late nights. If I don't
Yeah.
skip you when I'm sharing the lives, just forgive me, please.
No, it's
I
all
was just
love.
doing a rush job.
I'm just teasing. But because I feel bad because I'm like, yo, I do want to go on the live, but I gotta get these Z's in, yo.
I know, I know. I've been trying to kind of log off and get my rest too. Um, Sometimes I succeed, and other times I don't.
Yeah,
Uh,
did I miss anything? I heard that they got this cool video with this chick. She killing it with the Black Heritage flag. So I'm just gonna get a salute. She telling all these other melanated people to get in the back. So
yeah,
I'm feeling that. I don't really like the extreme hair colors, but she's still cute enough. She's still repping the culture.
and
I'll
she's
give her a black
married.
kiss. Oh, she married?
Yeah,
She
she
married
just
to a
got
black?
married.
Was she married to a black man?
Yes, she is.
Okay, then there you go. It's all good with me.
I
That's
do
all
have a
back.
question though.
Yeah.
She is on, and this is mainly, I guess, for midnight. So there is some rumbling, because the one who funds the label that she is on, look at me, can't talk, is Nigerian. Midnight. Do you think that that doesn't diminish her song, or do you think that he had a hand in the way the flags were placed there? Because now the melanated immigrants are kind of latching on, saying, "I'm Black American too. That's about me too."
Well, I do see some foresee some problems in the future. We're just watching as we all are. We're just watching and see how it plays out. I mean, if you go on to her Instagram as well, I was discussing this earlier. She was talking about the designers and other people, and the hair designer was Haitian. Like you go on the person's Instagram, her title, the first thing it says on her Instagram, I'm Haitian as fuck, and I've got another person was from I think Dominican and stuff like that. Um, People who was like a part of the process, hair, food, other type of stuff, and then you got the conscious lead guy. Oh God, I'm just gonna mention his name. That's it. If you know who he is,
Oh, I
oh
know.
my God,
So it seems,
he was popping out in the video.
for those who are unaware, Conscious Lee has a problem with foundational Black Americans and our delineation movement, right? So
Is that the
FB
guy
and
that
some
was
people,
talking about? Is that the guy who's bigging up trans?
I don't know. I don't
Man,
know
that's
too
what they
much
say in
about
the
him.
Probably.
streets, man. I'm on X, so
But can I
I
get
get
my
all the
thought
dirt.
out? I want to give the background. I'm sorry, delineationist. I want to tell who Conscious Lee is. Oh, he has a problem with everyone? Okay. So Conscious Lee debates people who say that they are FBA, but he won't debate those who I know are FBA and who are geared to debate. So like he won't debate Afro Lee. I'm not sure if Tyreek threw his hat in the ring, right? Because that's like you really can't debate Tyreek consciously. Let's cut it out. But even FBA Soldier, who we're familiar with, Halo is on Teacup. But FBA Soldier, he likes to debate them one on one. So see how the panel is up there? He'll be like where I'm at, and he'll have one in the box, and they'll just debate. But oh, Tyreek is Thanos, yep. So Conscious Lee is what we call ducking smoke from FBA who we know can handle themselves. The other people, this is what I say, and this is why I really want my space. I want it to be our voice, right? Because no one can defend us like us. So all these people get on these do these think pieces, especially about New York, and you know that's where I'm at. And then and then when people are attacking the lineage, the people who are hosting the podcast or the panel cannot defend us, and like they dropped the ball. I think they're doing so good. I'm like, yeah, yeah, bring the point home, and I'm disappointed every time. So I kind of want my page to be, because I am an independent journalist. Now they call us grassroots. To be an interview space and a space to get our voices out, a space to kind of combat um all the misconceptions that's out there. And so thank you, Midnight, for joining and interviewing in that regard. So if anybody has any more questions, I don't think consciously, I'm gonna just say this. I don't think consciously is going to debate anybody that I would send a galaxy up for. He's not going to debate anybody worth their weight in FBA. He's going to keep picking people. And it kind of looked rehearsed to me, the ones that I seen, like, hey, I'm going to go live and you just join my panel and we're going to act like we're debating. So I have yet to see somebody who I say, yeah, they brought it home. Do you debate, Midnight, or that's not your forte?
My main forte is supporting our businesses. So I support the economic process. If people want to have a discussion, we can have a discussion. But if it's in bad faith, what was it? Not really for it. So people, because focus perception is not really our reality at all. So
I love to hear it. And we don't talk about economics enough, right? Also, I find as we move forward with reparations, everybody has their idea of what they want it to look like. Some are talking about we should have like 20 states and just a whole bunch of nonsense that I hear, right?
I'm for us building our own enclaves. That's pretty much, I mean, I can only speak for myself, but that's pretty much an angle of what we should be doing, being self-sustaining, having our own co-ops, having our own businesses, having our own protection units. I think that's really kind of the only way, and I think that'll be have us a better footing of coming up to the table to have that actual taxation with representation, because we put so much taxes in our country and we have no one, no political person really to represent us. So
You mentioned some things that are pretty that I'm really like that you talked about is sovereignty and stuff like that. One of the ladies in my organization has her own registered government, and we call it the MBNU, and it's for Negro American people. I'm more of a Negro type of guy. I'm old school, and how I want to address the lineage and stuff like that. What's your thoughts about Black folks getting their own government in their own land, if you mind me asking? Because I heard you mention like sovereignty, autonomy. You mentioned a lot of code words that I think that we should be running to as a people. If you mind me asking, do you mind if I cut in and ask him, BX?
Well, you already asked him, and it's an interesting question, so I don't mind as long as he doesn't mind answering it.
yeah, I'm all for that. I mean, what was it? I've been was it, I think like a couple months ago I was looking into there's people who's already doing that right now. Like I think it was some Moors who are heavily into, I guess, the American Indian stuff at the same time. Um, they have like a whole town in California called Sun Village, California, where they have a little piece of the neighborhood, and they just make their own kind of government that way. I think there's like a couple cities around the LA area that has it. I mean, um, yeah, people are trying to really do that in real time. Do I really rock with the Moors like that? Uh, I mean, that's part of history, I guess, but I mean,
No, I'm not talking about
a
from a
bunch of I
Moorish
just call them
perspective.
morons. Oh, go
No, no,
ahead.
I'm not. I'm not talking about from a Moorish perspective at all. It's more or less. I think that Negro Americans or Black Americans or however you want to slice it, we need to build our own government. You can't say I'm from like the school of thought of Dr. Neely Fuller, right? The brother talked about you can't complain about a government that's screwing us over and at the same time still want to look for a comfortable spot underneath it. If this government really has oppressed us, why do we still as a people want to be around it? If you get what I mean. So that's the angle that I kind of look at this, and that we should delineate ourselves. And like when you look at delineation, it has nation in it. You delineate yourselves into a nation. I think that should be the end goal. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think like I say, enclaves is the first part. Definitely having our own government is definitely a second part because um, if we want to, let's say, having dealings, let's say I'm in Qatar. So if we want to have any dealings with any other nation, let's say like Thailand, Thailand is a hotspot for Black Americans. I just mentioned Qatar, Colombia. If we want to have stuff where we want to say, hey, we give your resources, you give our resources. If we build this little enclave here, and so we could do business with y'all, and y'all bring y'all resources to our neighborhoods and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm definitely for it because definitely we need those protections. Definitely we need funding for our own schools and public banks, all that other type of stuff. So I'm definitely all for it.
I hear the yawn, and I know that you're out internationally abroad. I want to say this that we're speaking about reparations. So I sat in a town hall call with AOC. Gave a virtual one. What I noticed is that she doesn't speak about the Black American community. Mainly, she was speaking on immigration, how Trump's budget bill is affecting things like healthcare, housing, and how it's going to affect some stuff that's been taken away from the immigrants. But one thing I noticed while we are fighting for reparations, they were able to open a school in the Bronx for Albanian children with dual language capabilities. So I'm glad that Midnight is in us. We're also interjecting economics in here as we move forward. Because I'm going to start winding down the live. I know that Midnight has to get in, it's bedtime where he's at. I also want us to understand that there's many ways to achieve one goal, but I really had to tussle with somebody who doesn't want us to call ourselves Black. But what we're not interjecting in these conversations are our elders. Some people consider me an elder. They name me that on TikTok. I ain't signed up for the job. It was given to me, right? But our elders, our grannies, our parents, if you are of an older age, they feel discriminated when they go to places like the doctor. Sometimes they're discriminated against in home care. Like say if they can't live at home with a relative and they have to go into assisted living. So I want us all to keep that in mind as we move forward and talk about or discuss what reparations should look like for us as a people. Let's not forget our elders. I'm gonna land there, and I want to say thank you. You have another question, delineation,
I
because
wanted
he's
to
on
talk to
TikTok, but let's make it fast so he can
I,
go
I
ahead and.
wanted to talk to you about the AOC. I was asking about reparations and different things. I don't know if you saw my comments in the chat, but I was coming in
No.
anonymous, and they didn't want to address those comments.
Oh, so you was there. Good.
Yeah, soon as
I
I
sent
asked,
mine in by
the video
email.
pop up. No, I'm not going. You said, hey, you needed a brother there, whatever. I popped up. I was there for like 30, 40 minutes until
Mhm.
like an hour or whatever. And I asked certain questions. I asked questions in regards to saying that there was something about the healthcare system, something in regards to reparations, and a couple other things. And she did not address not one of those questions. I have screenshots too. The
Good.
Negro man got screenshots. So like this is the problem what I have with immigrant politicians, right? And white folks too. They feel inclined not to address black citizens' questions and everything else, but yet still they will attack our black politicians, and they feel inclined like we owe them something. Like if they're gonna
Exactly.
play that, it has to be on the other side of Stop going up to Maxine Water talking about whatever you're talking about. Stop going up to all these other the CBC and ask us to push your bills. That's just on the flip side and I just wanted to like report back when I get a chance. I'm gonna fish those screenshots out, send those to you to let you know that the brother man came up in there. I did ask some questions. I got completely ignored. I felt disrespected, and
I noticed that she took like 2 softball questions and then shut it down. I emailed in my reparations question to her
she didn't
because
take
we.
anything and she didn't address anything. It was all about immigrants, and that's my problem. But yet, still, she'll go through her and the squad. They will pressure those young black ladies that are a part of the squad, or who even lost their election seat. She ain't supporting them. So like my thing is with her is like this should be a red flag to our black people, our constituency, as well as black politicians. Like, stop taking on their issues. They're not respecting you. And on top of that, even if they give you money, you don't owe them anything. Because that's how AOC's treating our people.
Right, but Maxine Waters is also on the Caribbean caucus.
What is she? Is she one of our people?
I
Is she
tried to
somebody?
look. There's no information on her. But let me
Because
see.
our
Midnight. If you want to go ahead and just make your exit, I understand because I know it's late where you are, and I don't want to hold you up if you have to get in get some rest.
I'm
Yeah, if
sorry
anybody
about
got any other questions, just I'll stay on for another minute. So,
All right,
but it
sorry
was
about
nice
that. I didn't
talking.
mean to
It was
hold you
nice talking to
hostage,
you.
good brother. I didn't
It
mean to
was
hold you
nice
hostage.
talking to y'all though.
It was
Yeah.
nice talking to you too.
Just let me know just around the time we had um yeah 10 p.m. 3 p.m. your time. So
Yeah. Say that
thank you.
last part again, Midnight.
Yeah, just let me know. Just let me know if you want another interview. Just pretty much around this time. I'll try to come on in and give my submission or answer any questions that you guys have. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Of course, and make sure you follow me. So that way, when I do go live, because my lives are pretty much focused on Black American history, current events, and probable solutions. So feel free to join my panel anytime. You don't
Thank
always
you.
need an
I hope you guys have
invitation.
a good day. I think I added or have you as a friend already. So
Good. Okay. Thank you.
You have a good day, player, and thank you for your insight, man.
Yeah. So you want me to drop you, or you know how to drop Midnight?
oh yeah, I know I'll drop. I say
Okay.
I'll stay here for like another minute. Anybody have any questions? So
Okay. Oh, I was just saying, did you hear me when I said about the elders? They feel discriminated against. It's a study. They feel discriminated against when they go to doctors. They feel discriminated against within the assisted living homes. We do know that African nurses have been exposed as to not being the proper caregivers to our people. So I'm just asking, as we move forward and we all give what we think we should get for reparations, not to forget the elders. And they also face food insecurity and the fact that some of them may not have a pension, a retirement plan, and they're basically paying out their social security checks for rent. I can tell you they do that in New York, right? That's just because I know how hard it is here, so I can only imagine. So I just want us to keep that in mind as we go forward with reparations, make sure that the elders are covered. And I know sometimes today we do have problems with the elders. And I mean 70 and 80-year olds. Okay, I'm only 50. Well that's a big old age and everybody call me an elder on this app. Okay. But so let's remember that they too have unique needs that need to be addressed. I can tell you some solutions that I looked into. When we go for reparations, we ensure that they give them a certain amount of percentages. I hear you, Ken. They give a certain amount of percentages of apartments who for our mobile elders who don't want to go into assisted living, but want to kind of be on their own. That they get a certain percentage of the apartment buildings. Also, that they get care or case managers that if they have to go into assisted living, they have advocates for them because I think that when black people get angry, some people think it's substance abuse. When black people get angry or lose or even lose weight, they think it's some type of disease. They need us to take care of us who knows that they just cranky today. There's something on their mind. It's not because they didn't have a beer or something. Also, I mention food insecurity? Mobile vans, right? If you take a school bus and you kind of change it so that you can carry them fresh produce, things like that. We can help combat food insecurity. If they're not able to cook, we don't need Meals on Wheels. They need some good old Southern soul food. That's what they need. So we got to find a way to implement things for our elders. And I just feel that they should be on some of those point packages. They're not going. Some don't not going to want land, and I don't want to ramble. But if anybody else want to come up and delineationist, you can finish your line of thought when you get off teacup. So remember the elders, y'all.
Yeah, I just wanted to. I want to say one. Thank you for making me aware of AOC. The other thing I wanted to make you aware of, yo, you seen this clown Ronald Dalton, the Hebrew, the Negro guy who fled to South Africa.
No. Who is he? What does he do?
Yo, you know the book Hebrew, the Negroes, right? The one that what's his name? The basketball player got in hot water with.
Oh, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. So this dude ran all the way to South Africa, right? And he got this thing called the Negro Network. Like I'm really kind of offended where the royalties of our legacy is getting intertwined heavily with Africa. Even though I know that our people go there, we need to flesh out the people who sold us. A whole lot of things that's going on with that, and I don't think we should be combining that and putting them into our network or even promoting that. And this is what this dude is doing with that, and it kind of I'm taking screenshots. I'm about to get some papers on him. I'm about to give it to one of my old Negro heads that do the legal work and give it to her because like I was kind of offended by that. Like I was really taken away by that. Like wow. Like it was all tethered up. The colors and everything. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
Because back in the day, tethers didn't like to be called Negroes, let alone black.
that's true.
Just for the record. So for them to go around talking Negro and all these other stuff, I'm kind of offended by that. I'm just gonna keep it a full stack with you.
I think we're all like a little bit like, huh? When this happened? And now, like, I'm frustrated. Yeah, I'm frustrated with a lot of things that I'm finding out. And these things aren't from my emotions. They may have caused my emotions, but these things are real. The things that I'm finding out and the things that I'm saying, if you research it, right? You'll find that I'm telling the truth. There are various caucuses, but that are designed for melanated people, right? Them. And then we have the Black Caucus that's filled with them. So when do we have us fighting for us? So I'm figuring our people are under this global blackness thing or scared to look bigoted when they say this ain't for everybody, it's just for my lineage.
Bro,
And that's who we have representing us.
them's in the colleges, BX. I'm gonna keep it a full stack with you. So I went to UNH. All of it, they had the Black Student Union. I came up there, ain't nothing but tethers up in there.
I believe
Ain't
you.
nothing. No, I got really triggered by it because I had to almost threaten the school legally about them taking down this Robert E. Lee mural that they had at the Henry Lee Institute. I think I have it on my page somewhere, or I have it on my I have it somewhere on a couple of the pages, and it really irked me because it's like you guys got a Black Student Union, you guys got the NAACP, you got all these D9s, and y'all ain't told them to take down that Robert E. Lee mural thing up at the
Hmm.
Henry Lee Institute. Some regular old Negro like me who saw it wasn't cool with that.
Yeah, because
Had to
the
check.
Texas is just going to walk right past it. Do they even know who Robert E. Lee
No, they
was?
didn't know, and it was it was some zipperhead that put it up there. It was an Asian man, and he wanted to give. Well, I want to tell what the bad guys are like. His people didn't come over there. As soon as I said that to the people, I said his people wasn't over there doing slavery, so I don't understand why he even telling us anything.
Right.
Oh, they took down that mural real quick. They said, "Oh, we got a real live Negro." I was like, "Yo," I said, "You better take it down before I take it down. Y'all ain't gonna like how I'm gonna take it down."
Right.
Donovan, is that a threat? Yeah. It's a threat. It's a promise. I'm like, I'm on that type of time. It's a promise. So that was just some of the things that I've seen personally. They got a Sankofa ball. They got everything tethered up. Like it used to be a school where Negroes and Black American folks used to go to. Them tethers shut the door on us at these schools, and these are schools that we kind of need to be at next to HBCUs.
Right.
Because of the networking and the different connections and the different things of that nature, we need to be in those type of spaces. And there is a conscious effort with these institutions and these colleges to ignore Black American folks. Yeah, I hear you, Raps. That's my cat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. And I do notice that I hear a lot about it. I'm not on these campuses, but I hear they have student unions that our children can't go to. But wasn't it our ancestors who established these things for our children? Like
Yeah, I want. Yeah, I
it's a
wanted to
little
go
too bit out of control.
You know what? That's how they got the idea of running their own caucus, because the student unions is where they learn it at, because all that stuff is a form of student government and all that stuff. And that's where they started breaking off, talking about these Caribbean. They got a Caribbean student union. They got an
I believe
African
you.
student union. And then
I
now that
believe you.
expands. Now that expands into the politics. But I don't want to
Right.
hold up your time. But I just wanted to just chime in on that, because that annoyed me personally. Because they could sit here and be a part of the Black Student Union, block out Black American agendas, right? And at the same time have things going on with their things. So this is a concerted effort, sister. And my thing is it even constitutional for them to even have a student union that's Caribbean and anything else that's from around the world when they're not citizens of this country?
Right.
Like
I
that's
don't
the
think they
angle that
should
I'm
have
kind
half
of
the
coming
things
from
they
on that,
have.
sister. So I'm triggered by that, because like our people had the Black Student Union to advocate and fight for rights um that are there. And they're not even doing any. They won't allow us to push for more advantageous agendas, lesson plans, things that will benefit us as a people. So
Yeah.
this is dangerous. It's like it's ethnicide to the extreme, intellectually wise. So I just wanted to just like share my little thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that maybe we need a Zoom call for some of the people here that don't necessarily get the information that we may get on Twitter, just to sit so we can be, or I'm not running another Discord, for us to just sit and give reports from whoever shows up, their state, what we see, and then try to strategize from there. But I think I think everybody needs to feel that they're doing their part instead of hearing everything secondhand. And we might find some really brilliant minds with some brilliant ideas. Because it is frustrating. It is very frustrating. Um, and that's it. But oh, did you see the video? And I'm gonna go after this. Brandon Johnson, it's Chicago Flips Red, right? And they went to a CBC meeting, and Brandon Johnson was up there lying. But the main thing that they were saying was, we still have to worry about legacy. So the people talking about Chicago Flips Red, those people that are here are upset that we're going to be inclusive because we need everybody, basically saying they need the numbers and they need to be unified to go up against legacy colleges. And I was like, well, is the Caribbean Immigrant Caucus, the Haitian Immigrant Caucus, the African Immigrant Caucus going to give us any incentives? Why do they have all these caucuses and you, who are supposed to be our representative, is over there talking about you still including everybody, all marginalized groups? They've been doing it already. This is just them, I guess, because every movement that's out there that's related to our lineage, and I don't even know if Chicago Flips Red is our lineage, but I'm just assuming they are, and they're tired of the immigrants.
I'm kind of leaving them alone. My thing is, I thought they were tied to the Freedmans.
Okay.
The Freedmans should be advocating. Like I don't step on toes of other people. They reached out to
Right.
me
No,
and
I just
see.
want to tell you what they was at the place
No,
and
I heard. No, I'm aware. I'm
okay.
aware. I was going to let
Mhm.
you, like my thing is with those ladies is that they waited to the last minute to start reaching out to everybody, and it could be kind of viewed as offensive in some regards. Like Negroes got a limited amount of money. You can't just go blind and give us a week out. Got to at least give us a month or so we can save our chips. Just
I
keeping it
got
real.
you. Yeah, I
And
was. Yeah, I'm not privy to
yeah,
that. But what was astounding to me is that the CBC boldly and unabashedly wants to put everybody on the bill and then use legacy as an excuse when they gotta know all these other carcasses are out there.
we got a
That's where my
lawsuit.
frustration is coming in.
We got a lawsuit on the way. This stems from the OMB.
Okay.
This stems from the OMB. This is why I think did Sister Kim send you that her legal notice to the OMB and all that stuff yet?
Well, she told me that she was finishing it up, but she didn't actually send me the legal notice. She'll get to me
Um,
when she's ready.
I made a
I'm not going to
video.
rush her.
I made a video about it because
Okay.
I read the notice and everything. I'm gonna be redoing the video, but I'm gonna put it into more detail about some of the things that's going on to make people aware. But yeah, she will be filing that. So
Okay.
that's
All right.
something that is going to be done, and some of the harms and some of
Hey, Kingpin.
the legal reasoning with that situation. So I'll posted about that. I'll tag you into. I have one that's up, but that one's gonna be taken down because I'm gonna have to put up two different ones. But
Okay,
look,
tag me in whatever you
yeah,
post,
I'll
and then
tag
I'll
you into it
review
when it's complete, and you'll kind of see what's going on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for allowing me to speak. Um,
Sure. No
oh,
problem.
brother, you got an ill mask, yo. You look like a straight Mortal Kombat character.
Well, we had this thing where we were all Power Rangers once, right? And then we changed it to Mortal Kombat because, here came the Tethers and they started making Super Tether costumes. But we were the Power Rangers joining these panels. What up,
Feel like a brother
family?
Sub-Zero. Salute, man.
What's
Yeah.
going on? How you doing? How y'all doing?
Okay, what's up?
Living fly,
Nothing
man. Living
much.
fly.
Just came. Oh man, just came over from Leo's live. I was over there listening in
Uh-huh.
and hanging out over there.
Okay, well, you got to meet me on YouTube. I
Are
had a
you heading
premiere.
over there right now?
Yeah, I'm about to go over there because part two to something I uploaded is premiering
Okay.
at like 10 minutes. So I'm gonna get
Okay.
from here and decompress.
Afro
All
gonna run
right.
another show.
Huh?
When brother
I,
Afro run another show.
well, he should contact me by Monday.
All right, I'll be on the lookout.
No problem. And you could go to my YouTube live because you are part of the panel anyway. Hey, Lady La. I am logging off, y'all, and I'm gonna try to come back live and tap in with y'all on Monday so we can have the 30-minute come get it off your chest vent session
All
about
right.
some things, and we could also touch on Monaleo's video again. Also, Dre, you just missed a good old interview with one of the co-creators of the ethnonym Soulaan. So you're
Yeah.
gonna have to wait till I upload it on YouTube and watch the premiere with me.
Oh
Peace
yeah,
and love, great
yeah.
show.
I would love to see that because now the American Indians, some of them are coming at it, saying, "Well, I thought y'all weren't Africans. Look at her. She said Solana. She's got African flags in the background, and so I
Mhm.
guess y'all are African. So I'm gonna start calling y'all Africans." And this is what I, just heard from, just stopping by some of the American Indians that I follow,
Okay.
and listening into their conversation. And it was like I wanted to go up there and just, say, use your common sense. That's not saying that she was saying she's African. That's not what those flags in the background represent. It doesn't mean she was saying she is African, which is,
Right.
but it was like I don't know. It would have been exhausting to explain to people who already have their heels dug in that they want to call, FBA people African, Soulaan people African, but they still want to call a damn Haitian an American Indian. Now think about how damn stupid that is. But they want to come and say something about her having the Soulaan flag and then having those other nations in the background. So Yeah.
You know, no matter what we do, they're gonna dissect what we do. Lady La Halo is gonna go live on her own page later. If she's not live now, Halo has like 11 pages. So you just gotta type Halo in the search engine and follow each one where you see her profile picture, because she always has a profile picture. And stay tuned for her to go live. Halo, this is the first time she's joined my live in a while, when Midnight was here. So. But I am going to try to come live tomorrow sometime. I don't have a set time. I'm just going to come in to tap in with y'all. And we'll talk about Monaleo again. We'll talk about, if somebody joins, we'll discuss what Midnight did. And whatever happenings happen between now and the time I come back live tomorrow, because you know TikTok and Twitter, between them two and the immigrants and all of that, I'm sure I could find something to chat about.
No doubt.
Yeah, I miss you, Dread. You haven't been on my panel in a while, but then again, I haven't been live in a while.
I miss you too, my good sis. You know, we
Yeah,
always have a good time.
correct. All right, let me go so I can log on my laptop and get ready for this premiere. It's not going to be a long one. It was a 5-hour live that I'm actually chopping up, and I was only able to chop up like 2 parts, and the rest will have to come next week. So with that said, peace, love, light, and reparations to my foundational Black Americans and anybody who could identify as the lineage, right? Thank you for all the likes and the gifts and the support. I love y'all for real. I'll see y'all tomorrow
All right,
or
later.
on one of these
I'm heading over
panels.
to YouTube. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to YouTube too.
Okay, thank you, Dread.
All right, peace.
Peace.